We are live?
Yes, welcome to another day in Mellothorax. The Archon's Palace.
We are currently waiting for an answer for the Archon from the Archon in regards to the meeting that Antioch requested. But before that, Antioch wishes to go to the Psyker, the Pyroclast or Pyromancer Psyker, to his house at nighttime. He wishes to expect him to be asleep. I hope he's asleep.
Make an inquiry test.
Inquiry. Inquiry.
It is fellowship.
It's fellowship. It's so 48 or less. And I rolled 55. Weird. That's the same point that I rolled as a test before.
Damn. Man.
I'm going to re-roll already. And I rolled 96. I fail.
He's nowhere to be found.
Shit.
He's definitely not at his house, at his home. And no one there can give you much of an answer.
He's probably been evacuated then.
God damn it. I hope not. I hope not.
There are reports of fires breaking out deep in the lower levels.
Well, that's certainly interesting and not at all related.
Exactly. 100%. Around places where the PDF is active.
Was the Pyromancer affiliated with the PDF?
Yes. He's a combat psyker.
Well, time to go find out, friend, eh?
I would rather find him asleep. Yes. I want to give him some nightmares. If it's feasible, Antioch would rather be hiding in his house until he comes back, goes to sleep. But of course, we don't know if he's actually going to sleep or if he's called in an emergency or something. Maybe, yes, we should find him and follow him.
Right. You can attempt a scrutiny plus 30 check.
Okay. 48 plus 78. And I rolled 7. That's more like it.
He is fighting against denizens of the lower levels trying to ascend and make it to the escape shuttles. And he's also being accused of causing this massive outbreak of mutations and corruption. So
Good.
he is both fighting against the mutants and heretics of the bottom of the food chain in the Hive City, and also being left out of any support by members of the members of the PDF that don't want to have any association with him. He's basically sent into a suicide mission for whatever reason.
We also don't want him to die here. Note, I said here.
I take it you wish
You-
to flip him rather than to kill him.
I have a use for him. You will understand later. Let's go find him, and if he needs help, we'll support him in a way that we can get unnoticed by him or the others, if possible.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning I cannot distract him. Meaning I cannot give him horrible thoughts right now.
May the blessed Elanius Pius bless you, my
Blessings of Elanius Pius.
It's been some a while, sister, since we last heard you.
You can find him close to where the Moochie's headquarters was. That's where the majority of the mutants are, anyway.
Oh. Right.
I'm currently looking at the pyromancy pages on the Only War book. There we are. And yeah, you can definitely hear combat and engagements happening all over.
Anarchy is probably rampant now.
Mordaunt will take the silencer off of the one silenced bolt pistol and attach it to the bolt gun.
All right. There are stronger wind currents generated by the flames, and you can see pillars of thick smoke rising from different areas of the hive city, filling vents, filling airways and other corridors, whole sections of the undercity. And the parts where there was this thick gray dust everywhere, close to the Moochie's area, is spreading with this smoke as the fires burn. Where are you headed?
Probably
Antioch
to
is
the
searching-
Moochies.
Antioch is like trying to search for the Psyker. Furion.
Sinitians then?
It is a Sinitians test.
Yeah, I think it's the best way, yes. Senescence, how much it is? Senescence is either intelligence or... So, plus 10 of perception, okay. And my perception is 43, so 53. Roll 53 or less, please. And I roll, goddamn it, 76, 79 actually. Re-roll,
All right.
83. Ha, not working. I fail.
Too much smoke. Too much fire. You cannot sense his presence around here.
I don't think it will. I don't think it makes sense, but the dice have the last word. So
The Hive City is a huge place.
yes, it is.
You don't know exactly where he'll be. And
Spend 2
there's also
points.
dangerous areas now that everyone is at war with one another. There are areas that are cut off due to fires, so even navigating this place is difficult.
Hmm.
If there was filth and decay once, imagine now that everything is long gone and burning.
Scrutiny or awareness to find some PDF troopers.
Awareness.
Okay, dice, please.
Correct. Oops.
If we are in the lower levels, let's change the tune.
Okay, that is 6-degree success.
All right. You can tell where there is the thickest combat in the area here. And it is on this area here. There is a battalion of PDF trying to contain mutants who are attempting to break out and climb up the city. They have somehow managed to get a chimera up there. And they are deploying there. And of course there's mutants going at them from every side.
Okay, looking at them, who has a Vox speed?
The guy who is behind the chimera trying to stay alive as much as possible to relay information, receive orders, or anything that would, aid to the fight.
All right, sticking behind cover, Mordaunt will sneak up to a position of cover.
Before you go, Antioch will give you will say something. He will say, "If you happen to notice or see the pyromancer, try to warn me. We need
I
him
will.
alive."
Of course. And I take it there's no pyromancer here, just PDF soldiers?
1 second.
There's no fire. Is there like a natural fire happening?
I'm trying to look for a proper model, to be fair, to be honest. Can't find it.
This map brings me memories.
I remember when you almost blew up and was left
Yep.
in a sea
Yep,
and a fog full of
exactly.
mutagens.
Perils of the warp. That scared the hell out of me. After that, I went to made my priority getting talents that would give me some protection of warp side effects.
Ugh. There's one with a corrosium. What's it?
Can I try a new Psyniscience test, or is it too early?
It would be a bit early.
Okay. Joke is at the rooftop, okay. And he will remain here. Try not to get shot.
There are people still in the Chimera. And along with the one with the Vox, who must be, well, not a common rank and file soldier, but someone like a sergeant. There is another person holding on to their head, trying to focus. And you can see glowing sparks emanating from his body.
Mordaunt will Vox Antioch. I possibly found him.
Antioch answers. Show me which way, which side.
And Mordaunt will give him a set of coordinates, and he'll say inside the Chimera.
Inside.
And then he'll take aim and double tap the guy with the Vox.
Okay. Make a ballistic skills test. -20 due to the fog. It's no common fog. It's not common smoke. It is this.
Is that the metallic thing?
The radioactive
was.
thing that sticks to equipment and messes up with auspexes and voxes.
Antioch doesn't have the line of sight from his position because the Chimera. I assume the Chimera is a tank.
It is, yes. It's a armored personnel carrier.
Okay,
Could be called a tank, I guess.
I thought it was a creature because Chimera. Anyway,
Yeah.
I don't think you can see him from that point.
Ballistic skill test. That is enough to hit him with two. That is enough to hit him with the 2 shots.
Roll the damage.
Okay, stock rounds reduce damage by 2. That is 17 AP4 and 13 AP4.
The Vox Master. Oh. Oop. There he was. Gets his head exploded. He crumbles under the weight of the Vox apparatus and falls to the ground.
Mordaunt will vox to Antioch. Will it be necessary that the psycho doesn't see us?
It is preferable. But if he sees us, he must believe that we are either helping or at least generally support his unit. We don't intend to capture him. We don't intend to capture him. We need him to return safe to his headquarters or his home.
The game
I
crashed.
was kicked out from the
It was the game, not my internet.
Okay.
Under his helmet, Mordaunt will purse his lips, and then he'll start to open fire on the moochies to give the guardsmen a time to fight their way out.
Mm-hmm. You kill mutants, you suppress them, you inhibit them, but you see the guardsmen, the troopers' goal is not to leave here. When they can, they move closer in. Trying to stay on high ground for the most part, to have a better view of the area and be safe as possible. Of course, the Chimera cannot follow, so it will move on the ground level. Now, where will the psychic go, though?
If Antioch can see him, he will try a spell on him.
I put a spell on you.
I
Yes.
put a spell on you.
You see him now.
Antioch will roll for Ether Worm. So 90 or less plus
Is there
20.
a specific range on that?
Oh, good question. Let me check. Ether Worm range. So Ether Worm range 20 meters per side ratings times 6, 120 meters.
Yes, you can get close enough to that to cast it.
Where is it? Let me see. So he is in the top of this
building, yeah.
building here. And I'm at the ledge of this one here. So what is the distance from there? Give me the ruler, please. No. You count centimeters for 1 centimeter per meter?
Yes.
Okay, so he's well in range.
Yeah.
So I rolled 45 with the bonus of the staff becomes 25. I'm going to remove points.
Is
It's
it a
25, it's a
contested
success.
check?
Let me see. It isn't fettered, so you could probably see it coming if it wasn't distracted. I actually don't know how that works. I have to open the tome because I didn't copy that. The Tome of Fate, not the core.
Ether worm. Opposed Cynesian's test. Both of any present psyker is able to see the sorcerer manifest its power. Yeah. He might see it. So how many degrees of success did you get?
I rolled 25 from my limit. It's like 7 degrees of success.
Alright.
Or 6.
It is in his brain.
Burying.
It is in his psyche. Even. It buries itself in his own, in his existence. It is one with him in the warp.
He is now vulnerable to me, to Antioch's mind powers. And Antioch will send some thoughts in the shape of images instead of words. And I'm going to roll for that. Thought sending. Wait a minute. How is the distance of the thought sending spell? Thought sending. It's 1 kilometer. Okay. 1 kilometer per psi rating, and it is a 40 plus. I mean, let's try 40 plus. I pass anyway. I don't even need to make the math. So 35 plus 40. It's almost goes to -6 after all the math is done. So I succeed in sending some thoughts, and Antioch will send him images of Antioch has himself seen during his stay in Melstrax. The church burning, the Inquisitor being stabbed, other people being killed, and one other thing, an image that I'm going to share on the side chat.
Okay.
The Mask of Utos. Let me see.
Let's see it.
It is the Mask of Vivek. It's basically it's when I imagine the Mask of Utos, I imagine the Mask of Vivek. This one.
All right.
Does he get weirded out or alarmed or something?
He gets very weirded out. He
And that's
starts
it.
screaming.
That's the only thing.
He collapses.
It's the only thing that I'm going to do to him right now. Other than that, of course, Antioch will keep an eye on him and the surroundings, make sure that he isn't killed or captured or seriously injured.
How thoughtful.
Yes, I am so nice.
No. The pyromancer is having quite a panic attack. He falls to the ground screaming. Everybody around him gets terrified.
Wait, is a demon coming out of him? Is he about to lose it?
Nobody knows. And they will take steps back.
Does it gain insanity points?
100%. And given that the PDF troopers stop fighting back to get to a safe distance from the Psyker, the mutants get the chance to approach.
Oh. But approach the Psycho or approach the PDF?
They are both in the same general direction, so both.
Okay.
But the Psycho went down, right?
He is crawling and
That's how-
screaming. On the rooftop here. And there are mutants climbing up, about to reach him.
Mordaunt will put on the stealth cloak and Naruto run his way over to the building and try to climb.
Naruto run. A space marine Naruto running.
In Warhammer, there is the equivalent of Naruto running. There is the corn running, and it's with both arms stretched to the front, holding axes or any other melee weapons, and running forward like this. Yeah. If you've seen the Ragers in Vermintide 2, that's it.
In Vermintide 2 is coordinate that you fight?
They are Nurgle, but they act like Cornite berserkers, basically.
And Vermintide 1 is the Skaven only, right?
I don't remember. I've only played Vermintide 2. Mordaunt, make a acrobatics check. Climb up.
Acrobatics.
Otherwise, you would have to move through the building, potentially meeting with mutants or PDF troopers.
And I will reroll. That's much better.
That's a 10. You make it up. On one side, you see the PDF troopers retreating, and in the middle, in the center of all this, the Psyker having a mental breakdown. And coming closer, you can see him. He's started glowing with energy. There is smoke coming off of him. Sparks fly out of his mouth and nose. There is flame covering the ends of his hair. And his hands are shaking.
Mordaunt will try to obscure his profile to hide who he is from both sides, and he will close with the Psyker and give him a good knockout.
Mm-hmm.
Straight in the jaw.
Make a make a weapon skill test.
Okay, weapon skill, not my strength, but let's see.
Every man has a power button.
Right, that's right.
Every
Okay,
man
I'm
has
glad
a power
you-
button, and it's right behind the jaw. You hit it, it goes down. But you have to hit it the right way.
Well, I'm glad you roll that 00 as our crit success at your table, because
perfect. Yes,
otherwise
great.
I would have screwed that up bad.
All right.
Mordaunt, with the perfect control of strength and technique, touch him in the jaw, and the Psyker, yes, just turns off. Dunk.
Where is it? I've got the right sound for it. The Psyker is knocked out. The flames and all the sparks extinguished. He dims and falls prone, unconscious.
Does anyone of the PDF comes to see how it is and help him, or are going to they are just going to let him there?
The PDF are legging it. They are off
I'll
the
go
building.
Get fucked.
They are off the building. And
Morant will say, Antioch, watch the Psyker, and he will run and try to catch up with the troopers.
they have run into mutants. They might be killed before you get to them. Let me see. The mutants charge. Many of the troopers get cut down by the mutants, though there are still some of them remaining.
Mordaunt does have the talent where he can fight into melee without risking hitting friendlies target selection. So he will start picking off the surviving PDF guys.
All right.
Antioch will move into the pyromancer's location, since apparently it's up to us to bring him to safety, because the PDFs just fuck off.
Is the Chimera still in the area?
It is, yes. Though the guardsmen never make it there. They are either shot down by you or cut down by the mutants.
Okay, Mordaunt will say to Antioch over the Vox, if you have anything else to do, tell me now, because we're getting him out.
Antioch says, "Bring him. Let's take him to safety. We'll drop him at his block, at his habitation."
Would that not be more suspicious if he was not? Well, if he is not just
Cheers.
found unconscious at the back of the PDF or of the IFD?
It would be suspicious if he come back to safety alone, and that's the point. That's the objective.
Have it your way. And Mordaunt will Mordaunt will toss the Psyker over his shoulder and carry him off.
All right.
Antioch will follow him. Looking around, Antioch will look around to see if there are no witnesses, no other PDF forces, or hostile muties.
There are a few last troopers and a few mutants who are busying themselves with eliminating one another.
Right, okay.
Let's see. Yep.
I think I see the outline of your plan.
Okay.
Even the Chimera is soon overrun by the mutants. And all of its crews and its personnel load have been killed. There are a few troopers that have dropped their weapons and started running higher towards higher up in the hive city, unarmed and lost. These are the survivors of this expedition. Two cowardly PDF troopers and the Psyker.
All right, then I suppose we could. I suppose we leave.
If the coast is clear, we just go.
Mm-hmm. Let me pick you up, and I will take you to another.
Don't let me down. Don't never give you up. Never let me down. And desert you.
The Emperor is
So we are
never
in
gonna
the.
give you up.
The Emperor forgets. The Emperor rejects. The Emperor collects.
Back up.
So we are back to the, I guess, middle level or higher levels.
Yes, you are.
Far away from the conflict zone.
There are no open conflicts here. That's why the PDF was down there to prevent those things. And up here, there is a few hundred people still left around, not having found a way out of the planet. There is
Mhm.
thousands of people that have succeeded in taking off. And thousands more that have been killed in this unruly attempt for escape.
Is it still night?
Yes,
Okay.
it's it would be in the early hours of tomorrow, meaning 1 a.m., 2 a.m. Something like that.
Okay. Still time. Still time. He will find he when he wake up. You will question how he get there. He will have doubts, and that is another good thing.
Still unconscious. It would take hours for him to get back to his senses. And yeah, there are
We
still a
are
lot of people that have remained back. Waiting for transport off world. And the only PDF elements still left behind are basically heavy weapons teams for mass suppression
crowd control.
and crowd control, yes.
So Antioch will try to find a way to get into the pyromancer's house without being noticed by nobody. Be either somebody notice Antioch or Mordin or Furion.
Is this
Roll for stealth or something like that.
no? There is so much chaos going on that no one will notice you
Hmm.
approaching or entering this huge complex. No.
It seems like a nice place. This seems like a nicer place.
Compared to anything else in this hive city, yes.
Yeah.
This hub block does have maintenance
Living the
services. Yeah. There is no bloodstains to be seen anywhere. There is the smell of incense and sacred oils in the air. No dead bodies littering every corner. You know, it's a good place.
At least no dead bodies that matter. Am I right? Eh?
And since you have the Psyker on your person, you can use his fingerprints or his spit to go through any locks that might require genetic material or personal authentication
Okay, I guess I'm going.
by him.
I guess I'm going to use the fingerprints if that's the key. I'm not going to put my fingers in his mouth, looking for spit.
Right.
Antioch will just drop him at the bed. He's even going to remove his clothes as he's just for him to get the idea that he himself just arrived, remove his clothes, put on his pajama, his teddy bear pajama, and lies down on his bed, softly, quietly, peacefully.
Okay.
Having done that, Antioch will again roll for thought sending for a new batch of images, nightmare-inducing images. And I rolled 3. The terrors. The terrors. More images of death, this time of demons, things from the warp, and again the mask of Utos. What does this mean? And Antioch leaves it at that.
Right.
And Antioch says to Mordin, "Let's go. Our work is done here for now. I just hope that he
Behind you.
doesn't get called for battle again, and have to rescue him again."
You're off the hub block. See the hundreds of people still waiting for salvation. As far as you know, having been in the Inquisitor's
Ship.
surroundings on her ship,
There is no more room. There's no more room, dude.
there is no more vessels coming down to pick up people.
Also that, right?
May the blessed alliance
There was no room
We are-
to begin with, but you know,
We are at rupture point.
yeah.
Antioch will ask Mordin what he wishes to do now, because other than that, Antioch will just wait for a communication from the Archon in regards to the meeting. Oh, Yossi, Do you mind if we use the body of Drash for a thing?
Well, I'm not using it, so go ahead.
Okay.
It's not mine.
Antioch will use the body and his equipment and weapons as evidence in his speech, in his presentation to the Archon and the others in the meeting.
If you're gonna use his weapons, Mordaunt will give Drash's power claw back because that he has pretty much looted
No,
Drash.
there's no real need for you to have to take out equipment from you to put back on Drash. Just to give the idea that Drash is there, that
But it was
an
him.
augmented human is, yeah, he was one terrorizing the lower levels. He doesn't even have his head. Remember, Belisarius kept his head.
Yeah. Looted it. Took the skull for the skull throne.
So that's it. That's pretty much it. Parameters. Antioch will just wait for the communication, unless you will push Antioch to do something else,
Alright.
like
So,
somebody call him names or something.
there is no direct contact made by the Archon, but by one of his subordinates.
Okay, still, still valid.
And you are made aware that that Lord Archon has been off planet on the rogue trader's vessel
Okay.
and is not intending to come back down. Any meeting with him
Okay.
will take place there, or has to be forced by someone like the Inquisitor, for example, to be made elsewhere.
Okay. The Archon doesn't need to be there, but it will be useful to have a representative. At least the Lord of the Houses should be there. At least Lord Aiden should be there. And the Inquisitor. I mean, if nobody comes, then what's the point?
Yeah.
Going to make a meeting just with the servitors and some servo skulls?
What's wrong with server skulls, man?
Okay. They float around reminding that you could be one of them. Like that tech priest that keeps saying, hey, you behave, pre-servitors. Pre-servitors. Please don't.
Um, looks like the nobles have already left the planet.
What if Antioch goes himself sit in the chair of the governor and says, I'm the new governor, now what are you going to do about it?
You were just
Oh,
at
you left.
the Lord Archon's house, at his palace. There are still his personal guard. And some servants and representatives there.
Okay, listen. things never go as you wanted. Okay.
Mhm.
Well, the
The-
Archon doesn't need to be
The
physical
people
there.
with the most power on the planet still are the military commanders of the PDF and the
And the
RBTs. Yeah.
Arvats. Okay. They're gonna. I hope they still come, right?
I don't remember
To the
you
meeting.
calling them.
I did.
Yeah, they will be
specifically
present on the planet. They demand the meeting be at the courthouse, so there can be all the evidence and.
Deal is it's wherever they want. It's wherever they want. Deal. I just want what the people that actually want to be there is for the sake of being like recognizable, authorized any authorities. That's why I asked by the Archon or a representative. It will help to have all the lords of the houses, but I guess that's not possible. Lord Aiden should be there. Should be there. The PDF forces. I mean, they could send representatives too. Furion should be there too.
Mm-hmm. Just picking up.
But if I hope he is awake by the time of that meeting, and gets called, because I also asked for him to be joining us, and of course the Inquisitor. But again, the Inquisitor doesn't need to be physically there. They can do this by Zoom or something.
Via Vox, via Servo's call.
Yep, a virtual meeting.
I just got an achievement.
What is it?
Stayed on tabletop sim for 100 hours.
Oh, I'm way past that.
Jeez, I only got like 8 hours or something.
I've got
I
1,200
only got
hours.
I only got tabletop like a month ago or something, or 3 weeks, I think.
It is loading. People start gathering at the courthouse. Members of the PDF, of the RBTs. Any noble representatives that are still left behind, many of them are not even blood related to the members of the house, just serfs that come in their stead. Revealing who has left the planet, despite the Inquisitors' demand that they either stay or be accounted for, just like anybody else. But it looks like the rogue trader had other plans and had many pockets to fill.
Whatever.
Is it Leonidas Laconia?
I'm not saying any names.
It's Leonidas. It's Leonidas.
It might
would be
be
funny.
House Marti, who
Hey,
is the rival house.
Hey, Parameters, it would be fun, but I guess it will be so difficult to manage. You have like 2 or 3 groups playing different settings of the same
There is
timeline.
an idea to gather everyone up for something of a, at a high point or something, or for a closure if need be. There is
That would be-
something.
That would be nice.
Yeah. There is 2 Black Crusade games, a Deathwatch game, and a Rogue Trader game. What's missing? An Only War and Dark Heresy, I guess. There we go. Here's the evidence. Where is
Tell
Mark?
us when you're ready. When you're ready after loading all the
Yeah,
the
I am.
models
I
and
am. I am.
stuff.
Looks like I forgot to load Mordant for some reason.
I'm disconnected. It kicked me out.
Yeah, load back in.
The meeting is happening and they are waiting for me and I'm stuck in traffic. Now I'm trying to find a place for the car and it's all filled up. And I want to leave near the junkie because he's gonna scratch my car if I don't give him a coin. What? Ah.
Everybody is at an edge. Everybody is impatient, angry. These are very trying times. The future of the whole hive world is at stake. They might not be able to contain this. Not with fires breaking out everywhere, not with these mutants and the heretics. Everybody doing as they wish without following orders or commands.
Is Lord Aiden present?
He is not.
God.
He's
Fine.
left with the rogue trader and has left behind only representatives.
Is there any lords of the houses here? Anyone? Kick out again.
I will restart it because it's been running for more than 4 hours now.
Oh, okay.
There might be a memory or something like that. As you know, that's one drawback of having such beautiful maps. It takes its toll on the machine spirit.
I wrote a text to be read here, assuming that the lords of the houses would be here, including the Archon. The Archon is not important, but Lord Aiden should be here. He's not.
That is even
He
more
should not get
incriminating.
away that easily. I want to kill him. He's a jerk. I mean, Utos heal him, and he's still gonna call him a witch. Talk about
Suffer
enraged.
not the heretic to live. The arbiters in the PDF demand to know who is at fault. Why is this all happening? It feels like they're not only fighting against the gangers and mutants and heretics, it feels like it is an inside job. It feels a lot better now. I think it's fixed.
Okay, maybe just the cache should be like
Yeah.
empty. Okay, I will start it. I will just let, as long as the tabletop simulator lets me. From my end, I'm ready.
Yeah, go ahead.
But I just want to put my character in the center stage since he's going to speak. I'm going to also to ask to Parametist and to Yossi to have a bit of patience because I'm going to read a text and it's gonna take probably 5 minutes because it's a summary of the whole main events, all main events that happened in Metal Tracks. Before getting to the center stage, Antioch says to Mordin,
When I give you a signal, you bring the evidence of Dresh to me. Other than that, do not intervene until you see me branding my last pistol and shooting at somebody.
Understood.
shit's gonna go down. So, I am ready. And if everybody is ready, I will start.
Go ahead.
To the representatives of the Lord Archon, the Lady Inquisitor, the Lords of the several houses, the commanders of the Arbitrus Corps and the Planetary Defense Forces, ladies and gentlemen. Some of you might remember me, and to those who do not, I am Antioch Hermeticus. I'm a cryptographer first class of the 33rd Regiment of the Elizabeth system, and I'm searching for a traitor who tried to bomb the intelligence service headquarters where I'm stationed. My investigation brought me to this planet and to the city, and I have found that the traitor has left the planet not long before the order of evacuation was issued. Therefore, I will be departing Melothrax very soon. But that is not why my lords and ladies were summoned here. In the course of my investigation for this traitor, I come to find other clues and evidence for something brewing in the city. I will try to be brief in this presentation, for it will be needed for context. Almost 1 year ago, when I arrived at Melothrax, I understood it as being similar to many other hive cities in the Imperium. Particularly, the lower levels are rife with the same problems. The degenerate and low-lifers often exchange their duties of serving the Imperium through labor or military service by joining gangs who prey on the honest, faithful, and obedient citizen. These gangs lack proper discipline, leadership, and firepower to rule more than a few dozen blocks of the city. Inter-gang warfare is constant, even when peace deals are struck between belligerent gangs. The sheer size of a hive city means that there is always some sort of active gang war happening somewhere. In some ways, it has evolved to a certain type of order, where no gang was truly able to be dominant over the others. Hence, an unusual form of balance was achieved. However, I noticed a breakup of that balance. A few months ago, a new gang was waging war on the other gangs, pressuring them to join them or destroying them if they refuse. This new gang seemed less interested in the traditional criminal pursuits, focusing instead on amassing the equivalent of an urban army, ruling them through superior firepower and leadership skills. This new gang called itself Pest Control. Because it would rarely attack citizens, information about this gang is both scarce and contradictory. For the main sources of such information are the gangs themselves, who are notoriously difficult to share any information whatsoever to the authorities, even if it's about sworn enemy and rival gangs. Nevertheless, a few gangers indicated that the leaders are a human and an augmented human. Others would say two witches. Others mentioned mutants, and some speculated that it was a conclave of gang leaders in secret who finally were able to create a true stable crime syndicate. I have learned and concluded all of this in my investigation for the traitor, as I believe he was seeking refuge and protection among them. Because this subject falls into the Arbiter's jurisdiction, and because I was working undercover so to not tip my suspect, I was hesitant to intervene. But then a mysterious event made me change my mind. You all must know, or be aware, of the bizarre incident that happened a few weeks ago in one of the markets. The entire fruit production, including drink, fresh and canned food, was instantly and simultaneously spoiled in a radius of a little over 30 meters, including food shipments that had just arrived at Melostrax. I was at that market. I was holding a piece of fruit in my hand, and I saw it rot in front of my very own eyes. It was then that I realized something more serious was happening. So, at the cost of having my cover blown and having the traitor getting away, I offered my services as cryptographer to the Lord Archon in helping to solve this issue. My investigation on this matter yields limited results. It was only with the arrival of the Lady Inquisitor that things began to advance. Simultaneously, the Arbitus Corps and the PDF began a campaign of suppression and retaliation against all gangs in the lower levels, including Pest Control and their client gangs. Unable to meet both forces in direct combat, Pest Control decided to disperse, hide, and lay low, while beginning a campaign of their own of misinformation and misdirection in an effort to hamper down the Arbitus and PDF progress, which they were able to do until the evacuation order was given. Though the Inquisitor's own investigation, a connection was made between some members of the higher houses to the now infamous Red Rooms. I had come across one of those Red Rooms previously, but found it empty, and I had assumed it to be used by gangs to interrogate, torture, and kill their victims. But after this new revelation, I decided to return there, and probably by sheer luck, I found someone, a woman. This woman, whose name was Min, had a striking resemblance to the Lady Inquisitor, although Min was younger. When I offered her protection and assistance in exchange for her collaboration, she refused, claiming that there was no escape from the powerful man. Despite her refusal to cooperate, she gave a very important clue, a name, Jonelle. Lady Jonelle from the House Alkin is her employer, and from what I have deduced, she was the one who caused Miss Min to end up handcuffed in a red room. Through Lady Jonelle, I was able to initiate the operation of surveillance, intending to identify her associates. It was then at that moment that a major break was achieved on this case. For it is when I took knowledge of a man named Utos. This Utos claimed to have several men under his orders, and in exchange for Lady Jonelle's and her associates' support, he would deal with the Inquisitor's problem for them. The surveillance continued, and although I was unable to identify Jonelle's accomplices due to several intervening factors, I was able to figure out that one of them was the de facto leader of this conspiracy, as I realized that Utos would address this person more frequently than Lady Jonelle. Then, one day, I intercept a message from Utos mentioning a trap being laid for the Inquisitor. The conspiracy would lure the Inquisitor by notifying her of the supposed high-value and high-priority witnesses that will only deal with the Inquisitor personally. Utos added that the doppelganger would then take the Inquisitor's place. That is when I understood that Miss Min, who by then disappeared from my watch, was to be prepared and psycho-conditioned to assume the Inquisitor's identity. Fortunately, Utos, who also mentioned there where the supposed witness would be waiting. So I went to that location, accompanied by both my bodyguards, Drash and Mordaunt, intending to warn and protect the Inquisitor. I did arrive in time to warn her, but the enemy was already there. I was unable to prevent the Inquisitor to receive a stab wound. At the same time, there is when I first saw, in person, Utos, as he was ordering his subordinate to kill both of us. We were able to retrieve the Inquisitor's unconscious body, but the attacker, an enormous armored creature, pursued us. He was savage and relentless, but thanks to the sacrifice of Drash in the line of duty, me and Morda were able to take him down permanently.
Antioch
that the
then
signal?
gives the signal to Mordan to push the container having the body of Drash.
He will do so.
It is revealed. Laid bare for everyone to see.
Behold, ladies and gentlemen, the body of a treasonous Astartes, a space marine who had to reject his oath to the Emperor as one of his angels ordered to protect mankind. Instead, this one chose the path of terror and torture. He was one of the heretical Night Lords, infamous for such actions in several other worlds of the Imperium. In the past few months, there was indeed report of something at lower levels, lurking, waiting in the shadows, to jump and attack any potential victim, be they a citizen, a dangerous ganger, an arbitus, or even a filthy mutant, for the simple pleasure of torturing, killing, and mutilating. After surviving this encounter with both Utos and this Night Lord, I've learned that the Inquisitor support team in charge of her protection had been completely annihilated. This can only be achieved with an overwhelming force, and I realized that none other than Pest Control could have undertaken such massacres so thoroughly. I realized also, if such was true, that Utos was either its leader or a high-ranking officer, and the Night Lord being his second in command, or at least his main enforcer. And the more I thought about this, the more it made sense. Pest Control was now trying to make incursions into the upper levels, but it needed some support at least from one of two of the noble houses, and the elimination of the Inquisitor was to be the favor that would provide that support. I feared that Pest Control could have more operatives as dangerous as the Night Lord, and they would soon engage in another attack. But instead, the gang activity attributed to them showed signs of decreasing. We were able to rescue the Inquisitor and heal her wound. Thereafter, I ordered Mordon to escort her back to her ship, while I focused on finding out the identities of the conspirators and of Utos before they could organize another major attack. When the Inquisitor ordered evacuation, I understood that the inevitable anarchy that would follow would also hamper and destabilize any major operations that Pest Control could have been preparing. This would either make Utos rush his plans or delay them. In any case, I was confident that the conspirators would eventually commit a mistake. And here we are, the moment of truth. These conspirators, these criminals, will be laid to face the Emperor's justice. But who are they?
Antioch will approach any representatives of the lords of the houses, if they are here.
There were 3 people from 3 different houses in meetings with Utos. Lady Jonelle is missing. She disappeared soon after Utos communicated the supposed killing of the Inquisitor. She was either disposed of or ran away, though there is no record of she leaving Melostrax in the past few weeks. Then there is Bram from the house Dummine, guilty as the rest for engaging on whatever degeneracy were happening in the Red Rooms, and guilty of failing to report the treasonous dealings with Hutos to the authorities. I see that he is not present here, but he will be dealt appropriately later. The third person, this traitor, had special plans for Melotrax. He hated the Archon and his rule. He intended to see it cast down, burned even, and therefore he accepted the proposal that Usos offered him. However, I understand that Lord Aiden is not here. He is the main conspirator from the side of the houses. I wonder what did Utos offer him? Power? More wealth? Or something else more personal? It is known that Lord Aiden was confined to a wheelchair and refused any attempt to heal his legs using cybernetics, implants, or mechandrites. Any other Medicaid intervention failed. But I know for sure he was healed But how could he been healed? Only other alternative exists. But now let's talk about another one. Before that, remember what I said about the day in the market. All the food and drink, fresh, stored, or canned, all rotted. What could have permitted such a thing? One bad shipment can happen. One spoiled fruit left unattended until it spoiled the rest of the batch is possible. But not all different types of food, that quick, and all at the same time. No radiation has that effect, while leaving people unharmed. No natural disease or poison could act that fast. Only one process is possible. The effects of the warp.
Now Antioch will ask for the pyroclast Furion to join him.
He was brought here by an arbiter. He was found at his, not estate, at his habitat. And wasn't particularly fond of being brought here. He didn't know why. He was at a loss, barely responding to vocal commands. And he's been brought here. He's been dragged here by one of the arbiters.
So he is right there, and Antioch will continue.
This is Furion a house, a psyker for Planetary Defense Forces 7th Regiment of Malthrax, a pyromancer or pyroclast. His abilities are based on fire, and he has performed his duties well. I had interviewed him some days ago. I wanted to understand a little more about the psyker's abilities, and also their general state of mind when burned with such power. I considered the possibility that there was another psyker among us, a rogue psyker who had remained hidden, and was now enacting revenge to someone, or everyone, in Malthrax. Furion is not from Malthrax, he is from another world. When he's not performing his duties, he is drinking at the bar, so I remove him from my list of suspects. Then I got a tip from an anonymous informant who would not remain anonymous for long and who has told me to simply search among this particular individual's belongings for the proof that I would need and that I would know it once I find it. This informant also told me that he had seen his face. I did what the informant told me, and I did found something very interesting in this suspect's habitation.
Antioch then takes something from his cloak, and he shows it to Furion.
Do you recognize this?
The Vivek
And
mask.
Antioch will... The Vivek mask. And Antioch is looking to his reaction. And he was looking for Aiden's reaction if he was here. Antioch lifts the mask in the air for everyone can see it.
This is Uto's mask, for I remember it clearly as it stared at me and ordered the Night Lord to kill me. I will speculate that Furion became tired of simply playing with fire, that he learned that dabbling with the warp could give him power that he could only dream of. Naturally, he became more ambitious, trying new powers, powers beyond fire, powers to heal, but also to enslave, to read the minds of his enemies. That is what the event in the market was, a test for something destructive, like starving every emperor's loyal subject on the city and bending to its knees.
How is Furion reacting to this?
He is shocked. He's more at a loss for words even than before. And he begins to reject everything and deny everything, saying that he's never seen this before, and that he is not the psychic they are looking for.
Antioch will continue.
There was a small church in the lower levels. Its interior had been completely devastated by fire. Something you could only find on an industrial accident or in the battlefield. What was it, Furion? Were you pushing your limits? Were you making an example of those who refuse to obey your delusions of grandeur? You are Utos. Confess. Confess now, and your execution will be swift.
And now I want to roll for Golem Curse on Furion. And Golem Curse does it have a penalty? How much? Golem Curse.
Make a focus power test.
Yes, I know. Just want to see all the details first. This has to work. So Golem Curse, it's normal. Okay. Can be opposed. And I rolled 21. A great success. Like 7 degrees of success. Now he has to roll for it.
Not enough degrees of success.
For me?
For him.
Ah, for him, okay.
Your power is
don't do
successful.
this, So, with the permission of the GM, I want to take control of Furion because it's simpler than just telling what he has to do. It's quick.
You control him for a few seconds, long enough to speak a phrase, a word.
It's enough for me, like half a minute at most.
It would be a lot less than half a minute. It would be like up to 10 seconds at most.
Okay, then I have to.
You have to cast again.
If I have to cast again, I will cast again then.
Yeah.
So, the power is infect, and Utos does this. First, he screams, "No!"
Then he grabs the mask from Antioch, pushes him into the ground, puts the mask and says, I, Utos, will rule Melostrax! How lucky I am for having you all together here! Now I can kill you all! And he is about to
Cast a fire spell, as powerful as he can. If you will, well, you have to roll for it, of course, not
The Inferno power. Make another focus test for this round.
keeping the 14, even less than earlier.
Okay. You take control of his mind and body once again.
Just for the spell, his spell to manifest, because then Antioch will then react by pulling out his last pistol and start shooting at him before he starts killing everyone. Because the idea was for him to kill Aiden, but Aiden is not here.
All right.
Same with the
So
bolt
he's-
pistol.
So does his spell land in anyone?
His spell goes off. He prepares to cast it. He does exactly as you command him to. Will he cast the spell and potentially burn everything here? Or will he just focus it and wait to be shot in the head?
Well, since
Let it
Aiden
off.
is not here, there is no point in. I mean, it would be good to see something happen, so everybody could like have no doubt that he wanted to kill people, but not enough to not the full power that would kill us both, all of us too.
All right, so he casts fire down onto the present individuals. The veil between the warp and material space thins as fire comes out. And everybody here has to make an agility test. All right. Now, everyone was already suspicious that something bad was going to happen, as it seems. And
Some
lot-
people died.
a lot of them
Okay.
make it out.
A lot of them.
Yeah. Members of the Arbiters and PDF High Command got instantly melted, obliterated by the fires as Las Pistol, Bolt Pistol, and RBT's shotgun go off.
Do we have to roll for it? No. Okay.
No. And the Shiker is no more. Put down like a dog. Chaos ensues
And
as
it-
people scream in agony. They demand justice. They say that death was too good a fate for this one. He should have been burnt as any other heretic. Should be
Antioch
should have been
tries to-
humiliated. Yep.
Antioch tries to calm down the people, gives maintain order. He will yell if necessary.
It is done. Here you have it. The two main culprits of what has happened in Melotrax in the past few months. A rogue psyker, ambitious, and an also ambitious lord of a house, who hated the Archon and his rule. He lives for now, but he will be hunted. He cannot return here. This is the culprit that I have found.
Now, do we have to roll for persuasion for the whole thing? After reading all this?
Now, the people here are convinced. They expel
Success!
curses and insults at the Psyker, at anyone who assisted him, against the traitor Astartes. They are consumed by their rage and hatred. They are blessed by the hate. They do as loyalist Imperials, any loyalist Imperial would do, and they prey upon the Emperor to protect them and keep them safe from such evil in the future. Others start praying, others start thinking of what to do next. Many theorize about how all this was facilitated and how all this had escaped their scrutiny for so long. They have been fooled. They have been misled. They have
Yes,
they have become victims of their blinding hate.
Antioch would high five Morda if that wasn't weird.
He'll allow it, but just this once.
Mental. Yeah.
Yeah. The power armored glove and Antioch's hand make a small clap.
Antioch disguises the pain that he feels in his hand right now. Does the I mean, well, she's not here. Is she here? No,
She's
wasn't
not,
here.
no. There is a representative.
A representative. Okay. I forgot to ask if the psyker, or the Inquisition psyker was present, but because that's the thing, he will see it through immediately.
No, he's not.
Immediately. He's not here. Okay. So I guess word will have sent to everybody about the findings, the conclusions. Will the Inquisitor rescind the order of evacuation, or will keep it as it is?
She will keep it as it is.
Ah,
Melothrax is to be emptied so that any living soul that can be saved shall be taken away so that the planet can be cleansed and sanctified once again.
damn it. That's a failure. That's a general failure. That wasn't supposed to happen. What's the point of having a planet converting to chaos if there's nobody here? Do I have to control her? No, I can't do that with the psyker there. What else?
Make a logic test, Antioch.
Logic. Oh yeah, how much is my logic?
Magic.
I will do the same, but I do have foresight, so I'll spend about 10 minutes thinking it over and for a bonus.
Hey Yossi, you said that you're seeing an outline of my plan. Was this it, or was something different?
Yes, that was it.
Okay.
That basically you were gonna frame the
Yeah.
psyker.
If I wanted him safe and sound, it should be something important. Okay. So logic is I have no penalty on the logic. I have not no
Dice, please.
intelligence. No,
Right
roll for
away.
intelligence. And intelligence is 59 or less.
Thank you.
Ah, reroll. Come on.
I will reroll as well.
Seriously, I failed again. Only in the 70s.
35, which is
75 and 72.
Antioch is stupid.
3 degrees success.
I really need to upgrade my intelligence. It's supposed to be
Mordaunt,
intelligence, not also.
with your gift of foresight, you can see, taking a moment here in the corner to think about it, you see Antioch nervously pacing back and forth, frustrated as to not knowing why his plan failed. But you can see
It is a failure.
It is not the Antioch's plan that's succeeded. It is someone else's. It is not Antioch's success, but it is his master's. Zinch laughs, and Antioch doesn't know it.
Really? After everything I've done for Zinj. That's the... Okay. Fine. Fine!
Antioch, a word, please.
Yes. Antioch kinda feels bummed out.
What do you want?
I believe I know what's going. I believe I know why your plan has not succeeded, and he'll lay out the case for Zinch having had his fun.
Antioch tries to cope. This is basically coping. And he says,
If such is the will of Zinj, so be it.
however, it would be nice to have some warning.
Well, the Inquisitor is now a heretic, and she's taking a harvest of people, so Zinch's plan is probably the same, just taking credit for you.
I mean, the bones that connect to the warps are in the ship. And there's a bunch of people there. That's, I guess, as good as it gets. Antioch asks Morda if he...
Are you willing to be part of the Inquisitor's team, warband, as an Inquisitor agent?
That gives us the most freedom to operate, but
I agree.
only if
I
we
agree.
only if we disappear before long.
I agree.
I assumed that was going to be our ticket off of this world, anyways, so I don't see the problem.
If we join their war bands, we either
make them
join us with the use of the bones if they get disposed long enough, or we leave before they learn about us.
Anyway, I think, yes, that's the ticket for us to leave.
The court is unanimous. Anyone found to be associated with the noble houses will be questioned by the Inquisition for any other transgressions or heretical acts they might have done or acted upon. And this planet is considered lost. It will be emptied of people. And any forces that are still on it, meaning the Arbiters and the Astra Militarum, will be transported in however long it takes for a Astra Militarum armada or flotilla to come here. Only a few vessels will be leaving this planet's atmosphere in the next few hours. And they all will be brought here by the Inquisitor for any last evidence, for any last people that need to be transported to her ship, and to bring down a servo skull containing credentials for any other inquisitorial agents or elements or inquisitors themselves that will come here for authentication. And for encryption. Case closed. The Emperor protects.
Antioch gives a signal to Mordan to bring with us the container having the body of Drash. We will go to our hideout one last time, pick up anything of importance that we have there, kill any remaining prisoners that we had, and leave to a spaceport to the Inquisitor ship.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Let's go to your hideout for one last time. There are still people lingering around here. They consider this place their home, the only place where they find solace. Some of the prisoners, even if their cells have been broken open, they do not attempt to flee. They stay here, feeling threatened to go anywhere else, feeling that the Inquisitor will get them, or that any other ill might find them. There is strong emotional static here.
Mordaunt will lock the entrances and start shooting. No witnesses.
Antioch will corral any stragglers that are around to one point as huddle as they can, and he's going to cast Foul Cage on them
Mm-hmm.
and keep the spell on until the ropes of steel, rusty steel, and vines and sinew and bone crush them.
Starting by the conference room here. It is now void. One last ganger attempts to flee, stumbles upon the hatch that is forever open, carelessly, and breaks his neck, falling down.
Ugh.
Antioch moving forward. You see prisoners and members of the gang rummaging through whatever's left of the HQ to take with them or to make use of for any use that they might have now that the planet is abandoned. They all turn to you with a mixture of surprise and what can be mistaken for joy, seeing a familiar face. But they are mistaken.
And Antioch is not happy.
They are all
He's still trying.
taken by your foul cage.
He is still trying to convince himself that the whole evacuation thing is still part of it, of Zinch's great plan, great game. Although Antioch cannot stop thinking that his own ability to not understand why is deeply concerning to him. And he takes that frustration on the people. So get out of the way. Gangas or not, prisoners or not, bad time to be in front of Antioch right now.
Another room. Same old. Bolt shots. Broken bones. Blood splatters. Ruptured organs. Screams of pain. Everybody's dead. The arena. One of the most lethal places around here now sees a different form of show. It's not someone in it that is being slaughtered or cut down. It is the viewers themselves that fall victim. Bolter rounds or psychic blasts alike. No one is left standing. And the speaker, the last thing she speaks of, her own death, is also shut down.
The apothecarian, the lady with the warp stuff. Is she
She's not-
still around?
She's not here.
She left. Okay.
She's gone.
I was not thinking about killing her. I was like torn in between leaving her here or bring her with us. But I guess there's no real need to. Antioch can heal wounds now.
Mm-hmm.
And if her substance is aligned with Nurgle, Antioch is not going to touch that again.
Understandable.
Mordaunt will
Yeah.
loot this. Will start picking through for anything useful, including Drash's stash, and he will approach Antioch. It's unfortunate that it came to this. I do despise waste.
We might need Drash's body sometime in the future, so let's bring it with us. As long as they allow us to occupy such room. The room for such equipment.
Is that wise? It may be. The only thing we could use it for is to bargain our way up with the Inquisitor staff.
Well, the main reason why I will want to keep the body is because if you want to play Drash again in the future, I don't know. Not really.
I liked
I mean-
Drash, but he's dead. Let's just face it. He's dead.
Dead as. Okay. We can always invent some bullshit excuse to resurrect them just from a few cells or an organ or something. Yeah, if you want to keep it left behind, we can left behind. Or even destroy it. It's your call. It's really your call.
He will take his knife and harvest Drash's gene seeds and stash that away.
Mhm.
All right.
In the
Nice.
In the meantime, he will otherwise take everything useful, then burn everything that's left.
Any information that the cogitators have, Antioch will save to a data pad or something, and trash the cogitators.
There are the irradiated rounds, if you remember.
Oh, right, yeah.
That's some
And
nasty
storm.
stuff.
And that storm bolter.
Yeah.
Like I said, we'll take everything.
Mm-hmm. You empty this place of anything of value, be it information, materials, or tools. Anyone that may enter here in the future will only see death, despair, and a lingering sense of failure. Any last words before you exit this place? Before you leave this planet?
I wonder what happened to Belisarius.
Mm-hmm. Antioch says,
It is a true coronate indeed. I believe we will see him again.
The last thing you know about Belisarius, the last time you saw or heard anything about him, he was butchering civilians at one of the
in the spaceport.
yeah,
In the
at one of the
spaceport.
ports. Thousands of people. So, once again, high up in Mellowthrax. Where one of the Inquisitor's vessels will come to pick up her representatives at the who were present at the court. And that is your last chance of leaving this planet.
He'll get on.
Let's go. Antioch, as he's in the ship, if he's in the ship, he will say something.
I wonder if the Necrons will wake up.
Then the Inquisitor agent will say something like, "What?" And Antioch will answer with,
What? Nothing, just rambling.
Let you in on a little secret. I'll let you in on a little secret. The Necron tomb is where Omicron was hiding out, just doing data archaeology, hiding out with Min.
It's gonna be him awakening the Necrons.
Right. Will Omicron join us too? I mean, will be like active without being part of active campaign, but in the background.
I don't know. As far as I'm concerned, he's been left on this world, and he'll probably be quite busy for a few years.
Okay.
Once again, in the Inquisitor's hangar bay, the amount of people in here is just stupefying. There is no nook, no cranny, no crevice in this ship. that doesn't have a human in it. You have to push through so many souls to get anywhere on the ship.
Do we have to kill people again, like when it happened the last time?
I won't know for
No.
sure until we get into a firefight.
So much so that there are areas completely void of inquisitorial troopers because simply they cannot contain the people. They cannot do anything. It's just so much. Of course, closer to the bridge and to selected areas, there is enough room to go around. And the Inquisitor sends a few troopers to take you and the other representatives to one of those places.
Assuming that the Inquisition will accept us as part of their team, do we have to like properly introduce ourselves, or they will just take us as "come on in, join us," something like that?
Its specific operative won't mind you, since you are accepted by the Inquisitor herself. They have no reason to question her.
Okay.
So
I guess she's the only like real ally that we have here, even if she's like unstable.
Mhm.
Anyway, Antioch will not push his luck, of course. Yeah, especially because the other psyker is onto him. He's suspicious of him, and he has to walk on eggshells for now. Probably have to do real Inquisition work to be left of suspicions, at least for a bit.
the Inquisitor will request you and the other operatives that just arrived to meet her and give her any new evidence or any to inform her of the outcome of the court in person, as she
Okay.
doesn't want any information to leak out.
Indeed. That is most unexpected.
And Antioch will pretty much repeat all the same stuff that he said in the courthouse, with the added information that Lord Aiden was not present, and he's guilty, and Utos' real, well, quote unquote, real identity was the pyromancer, Furion Ahals.
The Inquisitor
And-
is
and of
satisfied
course-
that this case has come to a close. And now there are other matters at hand.
Antioch is waiting for a very last minute change of mind of the Inquisition, or the Inquisitor to rescind the order again, but I guess that's not going to happen. Never expect miracles.
Well, what order the Inquisitor gives is for all the people that have been taken from this planet to be transported elsewhere, as they cannot be kept on these ships for long.
Yeah,
So
I guess that's our
this,
next. Probably, but let me speculate. Either we have our mission is to find a suitable planet for them, and that's probably will have to be a few tries before find one that is good. Or we already we are going to jump into time and already do that and left
Just
the
how did you find
Inquisition
yourself in
and
Inquisitor
do
Grendel's
something
secret
else.
sort of
I don't
thing?
know. But let's see what happens.
The way I see it, if the Inquisitor hasn't seen fit to tell you, I probably shouldn't. Sorry, Mum.
I see.
There are planets where these people can be transported to. Of course, they are spread all over the galaxy. And
Wait a minute. The planet Volwall was a single planet, or was it part of like
system.
a system of several? If there were several other star systems inhabited in the same
Valvol
cluster,
was the
you will.
biggest planet of its system. It had the most,
Okay.
the biggest population.
Okay.
Given that the rest were mining worlds, mainly having servitors and other um, mechanicus elements on them for mineral extraction and so on. Also, since this is an inquisitorial vessel, it will be also traveling to places where there is suspected heresy. That is the Inquisitor's main job, to hunt and exterminate heretics. Or even get to it before it becomes an issue.
If Antioch is sent to a place where there's suspicion, where there's suspicions, where he's suspected to have Nurgle cultists, he's going to hunt them down with pleasure. If he goes to one where it's Shin's influence, of course, he's going to hamper the Inquisitor's efforts. If it's the others, well, that's a toss. Coin toss. Let's see how it goes.
I need you to stop aggravating Morrow.
Another issue that has come up is the involvement of this rogue trader.
Okay.
The Inquisitor is not willing to let them go off the hook so easily. She wants to infiltrate their ship, or their flotilla in general, and look deeper into the matter. She is gathering a team in top secrecy for this matter. Exactly.
Okay.
The Inquisitor has been, well, you know that his house has been affected, and you wouldn't have been kept in the loop had it been otherwise. She would have no reason to let you know of all this.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, the channels she uses to communicate with other members of her retinue or the rest of her staff make you gather this information one way or another. One might say the Inquisitor has become reckless.
Reckless or trusting the right person, the right people now.
Trust is a weakness.
True.
What is it? A suspicious mind is a healthy mind.
Yep. And a closed mind, it is a healthy mind too.
Yeah.
Not sure how we're supposed to win a war with weapons like this.
There are also other Inquisitors that wish to be informed of what happened so that they might be better prepared for similar occasions in the future. There have been meetings arranged with them as well. There are many opportunities to spread heresy in the future.
I like that one of the infiltrating the rogue trader ship.
Mm-hmm. What is Mordaunt thinking about all this?
Mordaunt is going to spend the opportunity to start spreading a cult that the Alpha Legion can put put at its put at its use. He's more of a sleeper agent, so he's going to start seeding cults amongst the crew and the refugees. And the rogue trader sounds like a golden opportunity.
Mm-hmm. The Hydra multiplies its heads. One is cut only for two to sprout out in its place.
Hydra Dominatus.
Hydra Dominatus. A team of select few is put together along with these operatives you've already met,
Tell me about it.
and you will be transported to the rogue trader's vessel as new recruits for his personal army. And after that, you are completely under his jurisdiction. But you know that your mission is a different one. Yours is to scrutinize everything
Find
the
out.
rogue trader does, so that you may expose any links the rogue trader has to heretics, to heresy in general, or to any other nefarious things. Hmm.
One cannot win a war without sacrifice. Be assured that I am prepared to sacrifice all of you.
Unless you choose another endeavor to follow.
No, I'm good with it. I'm good with it. Something as different from another hive city in the better.
Mhm.
So going to a rogue trader vessel, finding out that he is involved in some shady shit, and Antioch being a Zin's follower, of course, we'll see how much that can benefit him or his god or general or anything else that he can gain from that. At the same time, trying to not get the attention of a psyker again. That confrontation will happen sooner or later, and Antioch has to be ready for it.
Mm.
By the way, Antioch did the mistake of trying to read the mind of the Inquisitor without making sure that the Psyker was present. That was a really oversight of mine.
Mm.
But he has Bastion of Iron Will that it difficult the other. A Psyker enemy attempts to either affect him or detect him with Planiscience. So it will not be easy for the Psyker to get Antioch off guard the next time.
Okay.
No, sorry. So I think wouldn't like resisting a senescence test something suspicious on itself? You have to hide. What do you have to hide that you are like resisting?
It'll probably be suspicious, but not in that way. It might be an indicator that you have special training,
Yeah.
that you are
It
not
would,
who you say you are.
the justification that I would say is because Antioch is a cryptographer. Well, he's not an actual cryptographer from the Imperial Guard, but he knows cryptography. The excuse that he would use is I am someone that deals with secrets. Of course I cannot be easily interrogated. Even if I try, I unconsciously resist. Will be the justification. It was psycho conditioner to resist torture and interrogation.
So, you are transported to a space station to be
Space station.
met with the rogue traders' personal military elements to be evaluated and taken into their ranks. These are the two operatives.
How long will this take? Because if it's going to be a while, Mordaunt is going to get a couple implants.
It's gonna be weeks.
Then he'll
Okay.
then he'll go ahead.
Do they know? Do they know that Antioch and the others are Inquisitor operatives, or do they think they are just random new recruits that came out from every way, every?
They know
background.
that you were part of the Inquisitor's accolade. That you were members of her troops, let's say. But they consider you to be people from the civilians from the Hive City or members of the PDF. People that would be one step up from the common civilian, and it would be worth to take you in as troops.
Okay.
So
So they think we are new recruits that are now loyal to the rogue trader.
Mhm.
Our true loyalty lies with the Inquisitor. True loyalty as, well, at face value, of course. Not as heretics.
yeah, you're supposed to be
Yes,
completely
Spies. We are spies. We
yeah.
are spies. That's what we are. Okay.
Yes, but you are presented to the rogue trader as
Being legitimate new employee servants of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand.
valuable new recruits, and these two are in inquisitorial operatives who won't be staying. They are the ones who are doing the talking with the militarum, with the rogue trader agents.
Are we accompanied by any other inquisitorial operatives, or just us two?
It's these four people as well.
What are their names?
Their names, well, as you know, each of them has their own name. It's a very unique name. This one is Saul Bellet.
Saul.
Yes. This one is Thomas Highness. Oh, you know what? This is Malar. This is Vexis. And this is, well, Elizar. And that's where they are.
They are in the hints? No, the names.
I typed it in the simulator. It was faster for me to get them out.
Okay.
They have previous experience with combat and the Inquisition. And they have been given to the Rogue Trader to continue their service to the Emperor. For the appropriate compensation, of course.
You sure we can't requisition troops from the Steel Legions? They sort this out that all quick. You know the difficulties of travelling.
That's the conversation Mauro has with Rannick.
Yep.
Requisitioning troops from specific militarum regiments.
He also asks the Hadron if she can get some materials and weapons from Mars. She says no. She didn't said no. She says not inclined, but okay.
Yeah, good equipment is hard to come by in the 21st millennium.
Because they don't want to make more. They
Yeah.
don't want to invent. Because inventing is heresy. Heresy.
The only one who speaks to you is one of the two Rogue Trader troopers, Colonel Bremen. This guy. I'll give him a red base. And he speaks to you through his rebreather helmet, of course.
You are supposed to be what the Inquisitor considers to be valuable recruits. Bloody hell. The Emperor protect us. As you might already know, I am Colonel Bremen. You answer to me, and you do nothing unless I say so. I say sprint, you sprint. I say shoot, you shoot. I say die, you die. I hope the Emperor protects you, for I won't. We have thousands of you back at the ship. Don't think yourself special just because you have an Inquisitor pampering your asses. Let's move
Mordaunt
on
snaps
then.
off crisp salute, and he'll say, "Sir, yes, sir."
That is the right spirit, recruit. Now follow.
Him and the other trooper move forward. The Inquisitorials leave you to them. And you are taken to your temporary residence, well, to your temporary holding station before the until the Rogue Trader vessel comes to pick you up. It is estimated you will be staying here for 3 days.
Okay. Antioch has the wanted to say to the captain or whoever he is that to bring him his slippers.
You will tell the colonel to bring you your slippers, or
No, he Antioch says that in his mind. He doesn't say out loud, of course.
okay?
Mordaunt is now sporting Drash's salvaged augmetics that he never had the chance to to equip, so he is now a whole lot of metal, and he will also start spreading the contact and informant network for the Alpha Legion. Even though it's just here on this way station, it looks like a useful place to put up a cult.
I will give you dice to roll a d100 for me. I wanna see something. Things load so much faster when the map is nice and small, don't they?
Thank goodness for Alpha Legionnaire, because I do have Insurrectionist. So let's see.
Let's see.
I can roll scrutiny to get a contact for that.
Yeah, roll scrutiny.
Let's see if this actually does anything. Hold on. That is a success.
There are operatives already on this station. You have been expected.
He'll get. I will roll infamy for manipulating others and obtaining services to get some contacts in the rogue trader.
78.
Reroll. Actually, what's the bonuses for that? Or challenges?
Plus 20.
So that is just a success. I'm happy with that.
You can request favors or items while on this specific station. Given its nature as a repair station, you could even facilitate sabotage on any loyalist vessels.
Antioch, do you require sacrifices or sabotage of any sort?
Sacrifices of what?
Sacrifices, just spilled blood for the glory of whatever.
You know, the regular kind of sacrifices. The normal ones.
Well, can't think on anything now, but
Okay. Because I aim to have you participate in void combat, I say the presence of Alpha Legion elements here gives you the opportunity to, once in such a void combat, have a chance to cause the any opponent loyalist vessels to misfire, meaning that any round that you choose to use this ability, you could have the you could have an enemy vessel fire on itself instead of you if you are the target of its shooting action.
Right.
Okay, that's actually sounds super useful.
Mhm.
I'm not too familiar with void combat, so I don't know how often that'll come up, but it does sound really handy.
It's a bit crunchy, but I think we can make it work. It has worked for both the Road Trader campaign and the Black Crusade, the other Black Crusade campaign.
I mean, for Antioch, void ship combat is probably the very least he's able to do. He doesn't have training on void ship piloting, and much less of combat. So I guess it's when he doesn't nothing, unless if he uses the that power, which is what is the name? I want to give this. Okay, so
Sergeant Major, we really
precognition.
about these for
Yeah.
If you can use the power precognition on either the pilot or the one who is shooting, does that help for the whole ship?
Yeah, I think so. There are psychic powers that are void combat specific.
Okay.
I'll show them to you afterwards.
Or imagine this. Because it's a power that is self-applied. Antioch could draw a symbol on the void ship and make that apply on the void ship. Would that count?
Potentially, yeah.
Gives it just gives to a 12 bonus, a bonus of 12 in evasion.
Evasion, though. Void ships don't really
I don't
evade things.
Yeah, right. I mean, it's the only contribution that he probably could give to. Everything else is only for people. Maybe incinerate, but it would depend of the distance between the ships, and it's not much. 2 meters per side rating is not much. It's nothing. I think.
Anyway. While you are present on the station, you see a large mobilization of guardsmen, members of the Astra Militarum, along with heavy machinery, tanks, flyers, and artillery pieces. And they are boarding a void ship to go to a war zone against orcs. These are also present around this area. When the rogue trader comes to pick you up, they will be dropping off a large shipment of weapons.
Okay.
I won't know for sure until we get into a firefight.
Colonel Bremen will approach you one of these 3 days you're present here.
And he's going to say, "I don't like your face." Something like that. I command you to punch yourself in the face because I don't like your face. I want it rearranged.
You filthy dogs. Let's see what you are made of. Everybody up to the shooting range. We're gonna have a proper exercise, we are.
And you're basically led to a simulation bay where they will be testing your capabilities.
That's gonna be fun. I don't have much ballistic skill.
Mhm.
Very low, actually. 33. No,
You
31.
are given
No,
mock
yes, 31.
guns, mock
33.
weapons to use. Meaning las pistols that do not have enough power in the power pack to do actual damage. They are literally a flashlight, a laser pointer. And
Okay.
also mock mock bayonets on las guns. So whenever you would thrust against something, the blade, instead of puncturing it, if it was made of metal properly, instead it's made of brittle glass-like material. So when you go to thrust something, when you bash something with it, it simply breaks.
Breaks.
And one after another, or in conjunction with one another, you are asked to perform. You are you are commanded to fight each other.
Indeed. That is most unexpected.
These guys are put against one another. First in melee, this guy wins. Then in range, this guy wins in range.
This poor performance, as expected. Next.
Then it is Antioch, and this one, Elizar. First, I want you to make a weapon skill test.
Weapon skill, okay. 33 or less. Failed.
All right. Elizar isn't holding back at all. She kicks and punches as if it was not an exercise. She beats you up. Colonel steps in.
End of exercise. Ballistics. Grab your flashlights.
And you are ordered to take position and fight each other in range. Make a ballistic skills test.
Ballistic skill.
I rolled the same twice.
I failed.
Aye.
76. I failed my own ballistic skill, and I guess...
Yeah, she is successful. She dodges and rolls and shoots you in the back.
In the back. How treacherous.
The colonel's response.
You need a lot of work. You know what they call you back in the regiment? Range finders. I've seen penal troopers aim better than that. Emperor protect me.
And he calls for the last group to come. Mordaunt and Vexis. Weapon skill test first.
Weapon skill. Why the hell not reroll?
Okay.
Success.
Good lord, big guy. That's what I call a kicking. Look closely, everyone. You've got something to learn from this one. which means I won't have to pitch it to you myself. Ballistics. Lance pistols, everyone.
And you are given your flashlights. Ballistics.
Ballistic skill test. That is just a fail. Any bonuses or negatives?
You would have the same modifier, so it doesn't make any difference however many you got, because it's an opposed test, basically.
Reroll. Success.
How many degrees?
Uh, 3 degrees success.
He was better. He did better.
Shoot, really?
Whoa.
Here I am embarrassing myself.
Oh, you think you're embarrassing yourself?
Hey, you have the excuse that you're the psyker. This isn't your role.
I mean, true. That's true.
Yeah.
And I think it's the other guy. The other guy is a human, right?
Yeah.
That's a normal. Yeah. Okay.
The colonel says,
You make for a big target, big guy. I know you're gonna be getting the power fist or the chainsword. You'll be on the first line, first wave. That is a great honor. I look forward to seeing you on the field. Congratulations on the shooting, Baldy. Let's get you
I
a
do have-
helmet and protect that skin cap of yours.
I do have training as a heavy weapons operator.
You should have brought it with you. Did you leave it back at the Inquisitor's ship?
We do have it with us, don't we?
yeah, your equipment is with you. He just, he mocks you for losing the bout with the human. With this guy.
Okay.
You should have brought your skills
Yes,
with
sir,
you.
Yes, sir. We did leave it with us. We did leave it behind. And
Silence, Varlet. These are holy relics you speak of.
Next mission will be on the field against live targets. I wish you better luck. Get your gear ready. We're leaving tomorrow. Chop, chop.
And you're left to your own devices. To prepare for the journey ahead. Of course, anybody who won in these exercises takes pride in it. No one seems to realize that Mordaunt is a space marine and Antioch a psyker.
Wait a minute. The Modern be a Space Marine? That's weird. Yeah, they don't realize it. Now, the Antioch doesn't have any visible mutations that will make them think he was a psyker, unless he didn't conjure any spell or any effect.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not wearing any psyker normal attire, I think. He's not supposed to.
Someone might
Is there
accuse
an-
of you of being a psyker just for the sake of it. Or there are people with latent psychic abilities that might be able to discern you for a psyker, even when you appear normal to others.
Tell me about it. But unless you're very clear, nothing's going
It's not
to change.
impossible, it's just improbable.
It's not. Have to be careful, those people. If some people start disappearing, you know why.
All right. And so, indeed, the rogue trader's vessel arrives. And by order of Colonel Bremen, you are to board it with all your personal belongings and embark on this journey for the stars across the galaxy.
In search of profits, or to rekindle the light of the Emperor.
Mordaunt will ask, what's the name of this rogue trader family?
Assured that I am prepared to sacrifice all of you.
I'm not even sure you're supposed to ask these kind of questions.
You know what? Antioch will cast Mind Probe on the Colonel. Fetter it. You never know. Can I?
Yeah, go ahead. The name of the rogue trader is Learstorm.
Lear Storm. Lear Storm.
It's in the hints.
Rogue Trader. Lear Storm.
Roll for mind probe.
Federate, which means half my psi rating, so the half of 30 is 15. Plus the so 60 plus 15, 75, minus 20, 55. I pass with 2 degrees of success.
It is a successful roll, so you cannot re-roll it. He got more than 2 degrees of success on his willpower test. He takes a moment as if he's troubled by something. He shakes his head and continues on. Shaking his head as if to shake away a bad thought or something pestering him. As if there was a fly flying around his head, landing on his nose. And you are led to the rogue trader's vessel. This will be it for today's session. Thank you everybody for joining. Thank you everybody for watching. We will be seeing you on the next one. Cheers.